I've got some pretty, I guess, interesting, exciting news, I guess, whatever you want to call it. But I just want to touch on this crazy idea that I had many months ago and finally took action on. And that does involve this trophy again, la di da. Um, so, a video you may not have seen is I actually did a video like this proposing to sell that to another Aaron Pickard across the globe. So I literally did that. I got in contact with many different Aaron Pickards and basically positioned it as not something you would invest in, but more of, I guess, support for people who have what are deemed to be called crazy, silly ideas. And yeah, without going too much detail on that, um, what had actually happened is that where this came from is there were times that I was there that I was completely ridiculed, called silly, basically condescended, put down, attacked in a way that I should be shamed for even having that idea. And you know what? Some of you listening to this video right now could agree, Aaron, that was ridiculous. Cool, whatever. I'm basically here saying that if you have an idea that is completely crazy, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone mentally or physically, do it. And if you're not sure, if you want a bit more feedback, to get a different viewpoint, and you don't know who to ask, hey, ask me. I'm not going to ridicule you for it because I think if you've got an idea and you're passionate about it, absolutely 100% go for it, even if it's a small thing. Because if you never take action on it, you will never know if it was actually going to work. Also, if you never take action on it, then guess what? You're going to start a behavior of not taking action. So even if it's just a small thing, do it. If you want more feedback, I'm here for you. Ask me. I will give you the support and the encouragement that you need to take action on what it is that you want to do, because I believe in crazy ideas that do work. Now, this idea that I had only started from a crazy idea that someone had in relation to, what was it, in Africa somewhere. Someone sent multiple emails going, hey, can you give me some funds? My family needs some money. Automatically, when that happens, what do you think? Scammer. Cool. And so this guy did, and I'll see if I can get this video off YouTube, and I'll put it in this video itself, or in the comments section, I should say. But basically, he thought it was a scam as well, and he basically sent him on a mission. He goes, "Oh, here, take some photos for me. Send the photos back, and I'll pay you for the photos." So, kind of wanted to teach him, or call him out that he was a scammer. At the end of it, turns out he wasn't a scammer. He just had a crazy idea, and he wanted to reach out to people to get some help. I'm sure if he told anyone about that, he would have got ridiculed for it. Perhaps he didn't tell anyone, or perhaps he had told the right people and they all supported him that, encouraged him to do that, and then he did it and he got a result. He helped himself and he helped his family and he connected with someone else across the globe. So crazy ideas do happen. And geez, I wonder, was it the Wright brothers when they were going to create a flying machine back then? If they got ridiculed? Sure. Yeah, they're a crazy idea, guys. Why put someone down if they have an idea that you haven't thought of and that hurts no one mentally or physically? So, where I'm going with this, I didn't sell this to an Aaron Pickard. And here's why. I still did the video. Give me a second. I still did the video. I still took action on a crazy idea that I had. So for me, that ticked the box. But what came up after that was actually the guy who bought the first trophy that I had. He ended up buying the second trophy. He ended up paying was it $500 for it, which is fantastic. Okay, but his story, when I actually dived a little bit deeper with him, completely amazed me because of the journey that I'm currently on now, of sharing crazy ideas, of doing things that are different, going against the grain. This is what he said, and he's given me permission to post this in the comment section as well, so you can read it. First half, probably not important. It just goes, I'm going to transfer you this. He will put them on display in the future as he's focusing on his medical studies. Where is it? Let's say. I have a few images on display of my Coke bottle collection. Not many people I met like collecting stuff or seeing people doing that thing. So I'm sure he's copped some ridicule in the past for it. But right, everyone would not have the same story. I also like to see and know different people's story. we may gain some knowledge from that. Wow. That's why I like reading newspapers and watching video or some opinions sharing, in brackets, no matter if it is right or wrong, via internet for everything that's happening in the world, particularly for economic topics. Wow. So, not only has this guy got a great view on life, in my opinion, um, he's not out to hurt anyone, he's not out to ridicule anyone. He's all about crazy ideas and taking action on it. So, when I seen the messages coming through of what he was doing, there was other messages out there of his collection, and he was literally showing me it. He basically sold me that I should not give it to an Aaron Pickard, that I should give it to him. And rightfully so, I think, because that is a crazy idea. He's got a huge collection of trophies. He specifically collects those type of trophies. The only way to get those trophies is to be employed by the company, work there for a minimum 1 year, to prove yourself to get rewarded that trophy. And then you'd have to quit that job, go to a different country, and do it all again, and vice versa. So that would take too much time, too much money. Sure, you get paid for it at the same time, but you wouldn't accumulate those trophies quick enough. And he's got a lot of them. So he has a crazy idea that he's taking action on, that he's passionate about it. And I'm like, you know what? I have a crazy idea and I want to take action on it. I want to give it to this guy. Man, if any of those Aaron Pickards had gotten to me sooner and said, "Hey, I'll give you $100 for it," I would have probably given it to him, because it's still a crazy idea. But hey, he had a crazy idea. He's got a great outlook on life. I want to support the absolute best out of that, and that's the same I want to do for you guys. Anyone watching this video, if you've got a crazy idea, doesn't hurt anyone physically or mentally, do it. If you want some feedback before you take action, or you want to get a different viewpoint to understand maybe a potential issue, that's fine. Reach out to me. I'll do the best I can. Do it. Take action on those crazy thoughts. Do it. You're awesome. See ya.